for the speed, reach for the whistle, go where the rail may run. Reach for the words, reach for the story, follow the rainbow sun. To a shining time station, where dreams can come true, waiting there for you. So much to see, so far to travel, so much to learn to know. Friends by your side, hopes to hold on to, who knows how far you'll go. To a shining time station, where dreams can come true. Your own imagination waiting there for you.
Yes, but actually no.
The engines of Norfolk Southern like what they do, ranging from mainline freights to locals to yard switching. They work very hard to make good time and money for the railroad. Their biggest competitor is CSX, which was officially formed in 1986 by the merging of the chassis system and the seaboard system. Their engines are also generally happy with what they do. As a matter of fact, Nicholas was soon going to envy them. One day, he had helped bring V62 into Collier Yard to drop off some cars. After picking up trash cars from CSX, they would continue to Norfolk. This gave him time to talk to the CSX engines.
Hey Barry, where's 031 at?
I just talked to Ed on the phone. 031's at Appomattox, 91 just departed Richmond, 53's in Ashland, Q300's at Weldon, 409's at Alexandria, westbound hopper train's at Brenco, and there's a grain train in Centralia coming off the Bellwood sub. Nice, we got a parade coming.
Come on, Nicholas. We've got to shove our train back onto the main line and consider Norfolk.
Aw, come on! I don't feel like leaving it. I'm having too much fun with my CSX friends, watching trains, listening to them talk about stuff like trains, politics, their lives, current events, and more.
I'm sorry, but what the controller said we were late.
Aw, see you guys. After delivering the trash to Waverly, they turned back around to work Collier again. By now, hardly any trains were running on the CSX-A line. The only CSX train due within the hour was H751, which was going through Emporia 30 minutes earlier. 751's almost here. He went through the detector at Carson not long ago, so he should call South Collier any minute. That's nice. I gotta be honest, I wish I could see all these cool trains like you guys get to see or work with. Plus in North Collier, you got a group of guys who come out here every so often, and some of them even go out to dinner at Petersburg restaurants. I tell you, this former ACL line has everything. Anything else coming, or is the Silver Meteor basically it? L135's still on the Portsmouth sub, but otherwise, not really. The Dark Territory. The line with no signals. I see. Well, I'm glad I got to see you again. Take it easy. Nicholas did several more jobs over the next few days. He couldn't help but think about how much fun he had at Collier. He got bored with his assignments and longed to go back to Virginia. Downward spiral. Exactly what NS is doing right now. And until they get rid of Squires, this road will continue going downhill.
Well, hey, CSX isn't much better. They haven't had a perfect CEO, starting with Jon Snow.
Last week, I led a sulfur train on the Ravenna sub toward Richmond. Then I ran south along the Bellwood, then on the A-line to Lee Creek, North Carolina.
You lucky engine?
Can you stop? You're stressing me out to critical levels. Just hearing you talk about your adventure draws the line. Ever since I was at Collier not long ago, I had different feelings about my railroad. I just wish I would be loaned to CSX.
No, you don't.
No offense, Nicholas, but that's ridiculous.
Whatever, Lily. I'm not saying I shouldn't work here, I just feel like I need a break.
We understand. I get excited when going through Folkestone, even though I've been through so many times.
That's awesome, Nadine.
Plus, we have many friends working for CSX, like Dakota. I know he and Darren occasionally work around Richmond, Virginia, and they're lucky. Richmond is a nice city, and I sometimes take NS locals to Belle Isle. I always feel better for being there.
I don't blame you. It is nice over there. Though, if I wasn't a locomotive, I'd love to visit Emerald Isle, Carolina Beach, or Myrtle Beach.
I saw a bit of it when I took K898 to Lee Creek.
Of course you did, Vera. Anyway, you look sillier than a baboon. Go back to the zoo where you belong.
Oh boy.
Can you all shut the hell up? If you continue to be like this, I swear to God, I will chuck you down to Larry's where you all will rot there. The next day, Nicholas was still bad-tempered. He was rough with the cars.
You're no good, Nicholas. You're dangerous. We want a Cipher engine.
Everyone's far too busy to be bothered with the likes of you. Nicholas, you were very rude to everyone this past week.
He's just frustrated because he wants to work for CSX.
Is that so? Yes, but no. I have to be stuck here all the time.
Well, I think this will make it less likely for you to be sent over.
If you want to work for CSX so badly, just give him his wish. He'll soon regret it.
I suppose. The grass is only greener on the other side, like Neville wanting to work for ViaRail. Amtrak trains run late, but ViaRail could run even later.
Well, alright. I'll try to make some arrangements. Yes, thank you.
Just remember, this is only so that you can get a feel of it.
Whatever. I'm just getting away from you idiots. Except you, Josiah. I trust you.
You may want me to tag along in case something happens.
Well, Lily, I think this is Q370.
Right. We're here to pick up NS 3421 according to the work order.
That's right. His name's Nicholas. He's a good friend of mine, along with Lily, Steve, Benjamin, Will, Ryan.
We know, Mitchell. Let's pick up Nicholas and get out of here. Remember that we're on a strict timetable.
Have fun on CSX, Nicholas.
I will, Lily, and I'll see you later. Love you.
Love you more.
Berlin, here we come!
So, Nicholas, I heard you'll be with us for a while.
That's right. I got bored of NS and needed a change.
That's not my heart.
After dropping off Q370 in Cumberland, Mitchell, Ryan, and the ES-44AH went to the engine facility. Nicholas was put on Q415 to North Carolina. First assignment was to help haul Q037 to Moncrief Fjord in Jacksonville. He was amazed at all the scenery on the A-line, but he got an unwarming welcome at Jacksonville.
You!
Oh great, it's Eddie.
What the hell are you doing here, Nicholas? This is Seymour property! You can't be here!
Who died and made you king, you ready? He's being leased here.
He's giving Seymour a bad name!
Coming from the one who doesn't know the difference between an empty field and a library, you cause at least one noise complaint a week. Now get the hell out of here. You have some hoppers to take to Bone Valley.
Fine! Whatever!
Sorry for the disturbance.
It's all good, Terry.
Anyway, dispatch these to JQ 455 to Waycross.
Oh joy. Maybe they'll even repaint me into CSX colors.
Don't count on it. You're only being leased here for a week or so.
Wait for me! Oh, Millennium Force, you're so stupid! Oh, whatever!
Classic. Diverging approach? Looks like we're getting switched onto another line. Yeah, but that's a medium approach. On my line, that means we're being switched, but we mustn't exceed medium speed and have to be prepared to stop at the next signal. Signals have different meanings on railroads. What you call diverging approach, we call medium approach. Medium speed over turnouts, crossovers, and switches, then be prepared to stop at the next signal. Oh, same thing. I'm so used to NS signals. There's a popular YouTube rail fan in Florida called Danny Harmon, or Distance Signal, and he made videos on how to read CSX signals. Maybe after work, you can watch and memorize them. I don't work here all the time, but I know that we get a fair share of EP locomotives down here. Sometimes we see those where I'm at, but we have cab signal requirements in most of Pennsylvania, so they barely lead trains. Cab signal requirements also exist on the RF&P sub and the BNA sub, so I can't lead anything there. Anyway, we got our track warrant, so let's go. Who could forget the time a CNAS 44DC by the name of Ralph managed to lead on the RF&P?
Hey Nicholas, I didn't know you were here. What a surprise.
Oh hey Caleb. Yeah, CSX is leasing me for the time being.
Good for you. If I didn't have to work for this crazy bonehead, then I had the perfect run.
Afterwards, Nicholas worked several locals on the A-line through Florida. While he enjoyed the scenery, he got tired of the area and the heat. My God, it's hot down here! I need to turn up my AC and have my doors open. That's Florida. I lived in Orlando my whole life, so I'm used to the hot summers. I'm sure you visit Disney World a lot then. Once a year, if that. I also enjoy fishing. The other day, I caught a largemouth bass in Lake Apopka. Not real big, though. Nice. The only place in Florida that really interested me is Sarasota, but the only railroad they have is the private Seminole Gulf Railroad, which hardly runs. They do have the Gulf Coast Model Railroad and Hobby Shop, which seemingly makes up for it. One MOW worker visited there some summers and told me all about it. Back at home, the engines were talking about Nicholas.
I hope Nicholas is doing alright.
I'm sure he is, Will. I love to visit Florida, but I rarely get to since Florida doesn't have a lot of NS.
Of course, there was the time Mr. Edwards went on vacation and Mr. Wyatt took over.
Yup. And then that sorry excuse of a drill sergeant got sent packing.
He sure did.
After returning to Waycross, Nicholas was put on Q400 to Rocky Mount. Unfortunately, Trey happened to be in the lead.
What in the... Why is Nicholas trailing?
Trey, you know that he was assigned to this train.
But still, I'm surprised he's here.
Our railroad's borrowing him. Now just get used to it. I can't stand him.
I get that.
I'm a lonesome drifter, don't know where I'm bound. I ain't got no love and no cause to hang around. Thirsty for a woman, but hungry to be free. I don't really know, shall I drink or shall I eat? I ain't got no answer, that's why I'm moving on. But baby, on this highway there's a way to hit some more. My whole life I was on the run. I'm feeling like a loaded gun. No difference is in me which way I go. Whenever I stay, I'm all alone. Craving and desire to be a heavy load. Still I'm walking down this endless lonely road, waiting for a romance, a shelter from the storm. Somebody who can take away my crown of thorns. Still I got nobody, that's why I'm moving on. But baby, on this highway there's a way to hit some more. My whole life I was on the run. I'm feeling like a loaded gun. No difference is in me which way I go. Whenever I stay, I'm all alone.
Nicholas was no help at all. He thought that just because he was trailing, he could be lazy.
Trey, I was dead in tow. If I wasn't, I would have been glad to help.
Also, the CSX special agent said you're an all-out backup collier.
Oh, really? I call BS.
Just ignore him. You're better off doing that.
The next day, Nicholas was assigned to take F-774 with Stewie. He came up on a medium clear signal outside Whitaker's. Looks like we're about to switch to the Portsmouth sub.
Not yet, you imbecile! That's not happening until we get to Weldon.
Cause it looks like a divergent clear to me.
Just keep it medium speed through turnouts, crossovers, and switches.
They returned to Rocky Mount that afternoon. Stewie was still rather annoyed.
You damn fool! You can't just assume everything on Norfolk Southern is the same as it is here!
Well, sorry! I've been doing this for years!
You know what? I'm going to show you a layout of what every signal means. I may even show you the rule book. I want you to read and memorize them.
Okay. I knew that one. It basically means the same thing on NS and ex-Conrail territory.
Really? Because from the sound of it, you couldn't even tell what the clear signal means.
Can it, Stewie? Anyway, Q300's slow anyway because he has to stop and work Collier.
Keep reading.
Nicholas read the manual for hours, even staying up late. The next morning, he got his work orders. I hope I get to lead something to Richmond.
Lead? Puh, you're not even ready for a real train. You just waste a ton of fuel for a precious planet anyway.
Hey, I could still do it if I wanted to.
Stop swabbling, we can't waste a minute. Erica, I need you to lead this Q300 out of Rocky Mount this afternoon. Just remember that, as usual, you'll probably have to let Amtrak 9153 go by at Fox. It's miles single track between there and Collier.
I know that, sir.
You and Mike are to take Q438 this afternoon. You may or may not have to work Collier, but that depends on what the dispatcher tells you. You're trailing on Q401 down to Waycross.
Back there? I just got out of that place and want to go to Richmond, Virginia.
I'm sorry, but orders are orders. Besides, locomotives get around all the time. You know, part of working for the railroad is constant traveling. It's been like that since the days of the ACL and the SAL.
I suppose so. On the run down to Waycross, Nicholas could hear the other engines conversing about random stuff. There's no way I can bring stuff to the table. I have no common ground with them. Then he began to think about how he handled it back on NS.
So anyway, Ben told me he saw a C5 Corvette in Philadelphia. It had the hidden pop-up headlights, meaning they can flip up when you want them to. C6s have the fixed headlights.
Oh, that's interesting. Also, Will, I met him. Nicholas was bored to death most of the way. He was then assigned to sort 8764 for Eddie, but Eddie was ready to play tricks on the NS unit.
No! 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 You're doing it all wrong! You need to put the Sigma boxcars in front of the train!
The work orders have it in the middle!
Go find another and put it in front! In the middle.
A good 20 minutes was thrown away thanks to Eddie's trickery. Finally, a CSX SW1500 put it all to an end.
Eddie, you're wasting time. We're going to start again from the beginning, based on what the waybill says. Damn it! This friggin' NS locomotive's delaying me!
Bull! Eddie, you're delaying yourself. I should have known better than to listen to you. Man, not even Ty would have done this. Finally, Eddie departed for Baldwin. Nicholas was starting to miss his friends, though. His friends were missing him as well.
I hope Nicholas is getting along great down there.
Same here, Sean, but I think he's fine.
Yeah, but I'm worried if he'll meet any bad engines.
Yeah, I hope we never have to see them. Oh, we're coming up with the famous Cassandra Overlook.
Anyone heard from Nicholas lately?
Nope. I do hope he doesn't have to deal with that obsessive freak named Eddie.
I hope he says hi to the CSX F40s for me. I have a friendly rivalry with all four of them along with Evelyn and Raymond, but I still respect them.
Yeah, me too. Do you remember their names?
No I don't.
He's a lucky engine. He may get to visit Newport News right outside Virginia Beach. That's where they have the naval docks and all those submarines.
Justin, can you talk about something other than submarines?
Whenever I want to, Jake, but I like submarines. I'd love to go to Norfolk or to Hampton Roads to see them. If I could, I'd go to Subway, Jersey Mike's, Firehouse Subs, or Zero Subs to get a submarine sandwich.
Oh, I see.
But I like other watercraft. Ocean liners are great, as well as cargo ships, Coast Guard ships, tugboats, fishing boats, other boats, kayaks, jet skis too.
Here, Justin, have a look at this.
That is pure gold. I wish I could be a U-30C or some other U-boat, because those are Germany submarines. And just like Caleb, I love the Beatles for their Yellow Submarine song.
How did Nicholas get to go to CSX? I should do what he did and work for Via Rail.
Don't think too hard now. You never seem to change your ways on this railroad. For liability reasons, we don't want Via Rail to deal with ill-mannered locomotives.
Darn it! I'll show you all that I can be polite if I wanted to. And I don't always act like this all the time. Not like on a daily basis.
Well, I know Via seems luxurious, but is the Cascades not good enough?
Well, no, it's not.
This area is getting kinda boring. I've been around here for a while. When am I gonna get to go to Richmond?
May I suggest you speak to Mr. Wade? I'm sure he'll be happy to accommodate you.
I'll try, but tomorrow morning I have a local to go to Jacksonville. Come on, OCS train. You should be crossing the St. Mary's River right now. And I don't want a chance blocking the rail fan shots of those F-40s. Nicholas throttled up through the Folkestone funnel once the OCS train's engines were clear. As he was taking the Nahunta sub north later, he was amazed at the route. Nicholas returned to Waycross where he went straight to the shed. How do you all not get bored here?
Because it's on Seymour tracks, you idiot!
I wasn't talking to you. Personally, I don't really care about Florida except for Sarasota and Bradenton. I know there are great things around Florida, and if I wasn't an engine, I'd love to visit Clearwater Aquarium, where the Dolphin Tale was filmed, or the Classic Car Museum in Sarasota, maybe even Disney World, and maybe other aquariums as well. But as far as the rails go, I'm not into the S-Line so much, or even the A-Line around here.
I get it. Florida's a really nice place to visit, but I wouldn't want to stay here too long, especially not with hurricanes. We have manatees though.
Yeah, they were on the endangered species list a few years ago, but then they didn't want to take them off because then they would have to remove the no-wake signs from boaters otherwise.
Well, I love this line. It's my favorite to run on.
I know it is. Also, Vera, I've been meaning to tell you that I'm sorry for what I said back there. I understand why you enjoyed the A-Line and all, but I've calmed down.
Don't worry about it, Nicholas. I'm sorry you had to put up with Trey, though.
Yeah, he's the only real problem with the A-Line. You, me, Mindy, Nadine, Barry, Michael, Brendan, Greg, John, William, Dave, Matt, Terry, and a lot of others deal with him a lot.
Yeah, I've been around here quite a bit. I'm not down here all the time, so I'm not always used to the summer heat. At least I'm not like my SD70M cousins who are stuck in this state all the time. There's so much to do in Florida. Visit the Everglades, watch the Miami Dolphins game, go to the beaches, even check out the Florida Railroad Museum in Parrish. But of course we're engines, so we can't do all of that.
Look, I think I saw what I wanted to here. I just want to go back to Richmond. Besides, remember that the scrapyard here had the cab of the Guillotine C30-7, and that reminds me of the old-fashioned beheadings in Marie Antoinette.
Did you get to see Plant City?
I went by there already.
Well, I'm taking Q648 in an hour. You could ask Mr. Wade who could help out on Q410.
It took some persuading, but Nicholas finally got a place on Q410. On the way, he decided to watch the view. Oh look, we're going through Dillon, South Carolina right now.
Yup, it's near where south of the border it is.
Yep, it looks really nice off I-95, but I heard people who visited said it isn't as exciting or good as it may seem. Still, I wonder if we'll beat all that I-95 traffic to Richmond. This is so amazing. Upon arriving in Active Yard the following morning, Nicholas was removed from the lash up. He sat at the Bryan Park engine terminal for several hours. What's the holdup? Aren't I gonna go to train to Collier?
I think you're gonna take F749 in a bit. That's the Aka Hopewell turn.
Well, there's a start. I'll get to pass through downtown Richmond.